Turning 60 is not the end. It's a new beginning. It's an age where we become wiser and start living more mindfully. But it's also the time when we must pay close attention to every small signal our body gives us. Today, we'll talk about 5 dangerous signs that medical science takes very seriously. Sadly, millions of people ignore these signs, thinking they're normal, and pay a heavy price later. Some of these signs appear so silently, like slow poison at night. But if you can recognize them early, you can stay ahead of illness and even death. So let's begin. 5 life-threatening signs you should never ignore after 60. Sign 1. Feeling tired suddenly and frequently. Imagine a morning. 68-year-old Rukmini Devi, who loved watering her garden every day, just didn't feel like getting out of bed. She thought maybe she didn't sleep well. But this wasn't the first time. For the past few weeks, even a short walk left her tired, breathless, and heavy. Her granddaughter noticed and said, "Grandma, you used to be so active. What happened?" Rukmini Devi smiled and said, "I'm getting old, dear. Of course I'll feel tired." But this wasn't just tiredness. One day, while cutting vegetables, she felt dizzy and had to sit down. Her family panicked and rushed her to the hospital. The doctor told them she had already suffered a mild heart attack. Her arteries were blocked, reducing oxygen flow to the body, causing her frequent fatigue. What does science say? According to the American Heart Association, one of the earliest signs of a heart attack is extreme tiredness. Studies show that in 70% of cases, people feel tired for weeks or months but ignore it, thinking it's just age or stress. When heart muscles don't get enough oxygen, the body shows it through tiredness. What should you do? If you feel tired even while doing simple tasks, and also have breathlessness, dizziness, anxiety, or cold sweats, don't ignore it. Get tests like ECG, echo, and blood pressure done. It could be your body's warning sign, and noticing it early could save your life. Sign 2. Trouble speaking or understanding suddenly. Now imagine an evening. 72-year-old Mr. Sharma was watching TV with his son. Suddenly, he tried to say something, but no words came out. It felt like his tongue was frozen. One side of his face drooped, and he slowly slipped off the chair. The family panicked and immediately called 108. At the hospital, the doctor said it wasn't a migraine, it was a stroke. And if they had delayed even 2 more hours, it could have been fatal. What does science say? According to the WHO, over 1.8 million people in India suffer from strokes every year. Most of them are above 60. A stroke happens when a blood vessel in the brain gets blocked or bursts, stopping oxygen from reaching the brain. Early signs, like trouble speaking, a drooping face, or weakness on one side of the body, are often mistaken as tiredness or just aging. What should you do? Remember the FAST test. F. Face drooping. Is one side of the face sagging? A. Arm weakness. Is it hard to lift one arm? S. Speech difficulty. Is the person unable to speak properly? T. Time to call emergency. Don't wait. Call for help immediately. Sign 3. Sudden weight loss or loss of appetite. 65-year-old Sharda G was a cheerful woman who loved her morning tea with 2 biscuits and warm chapatis at lunch. But over the past few months, her eating habits changed. She still had tea, but the biscuits remained untouched. At lunch, she could barely finish even 1 chapati. Her daughter noticed and said, "Mom, you used to enjoy your meals. What happened?" Sharda G smiled. "I don't know. I just don't feel hungry anymore." A few days later, she stepped on the weighing scale. She had lost 8 kilos in just 3 months. No diet, no exercise, so why the weight loss? Worried, she consulted a doctor. After several tests, it was revealed that she had stage 2 pancreatic cancer. The family was shocked. There was no pain, no major symptom, just reduced appetite and weight loss were the only signs. What does science say? According to Mayo Clinic, if a person loses more than 5% of their total body weight in 6 months without trying, it can be a sign of serious diseases like cancer, thyroid issues, liver disease, or diabetes. In particular, pancreatic and stomach cancers often begin with loss of appetite and weight loss. As we age, our metabolism slows down, but losing weight too quickly is not normal. It can be a sign of a serious issue developing inside the body. What should you do? If you or someone close is losing interest in food, feeling full quickly, or losing weight without any reason, do not ignore it. Get these tests done. Blood tests, CBC, LFT, blood sugar, ultrasound or imaging of the stomach, pancreas, and liver. Endoscopy or biopsy, if the doctor suggests. Getting tests done may feel scary, but early detection is the best protection. Sign 4. Constant heartburn or indigestion. 66-year-old Meena G began every day by watering her tulsi plant and sipping hot ginger tea. But lately, her mornings started with a burning sensation in her chest, heaviness in her stomach, and frequent burping. She thought, maybe my food isn't digesting well. She started self-medicating with gas tablets, homemade remedies like pudina water or kata. It helped a bit, but the burning kept coming back. At night, after dinner, when she lay down, she felt like something was rising up into her chest. Sometimes, she also felt uneasy or had trouble breathing. But she kept thinking it was just age-related digestion issues. One night, she told her son, "I'm feeling uneasy, and the burning in my chest is too much today." Her son insisted on taking her to the hospital. After an ECG, doctors said she had angina, a blockage in her heart arteries. If ignored, it could have led to a heart attack within 24 hours. What does science say? According to Cleveland Clinic, women often don't show the usual signs of a heart attack. Instead of sharp chest pain, they might feel indigestion, burning, restlessness, fatigue, breathlessness. Especially if the burning worsens after meals or while resting, it may mean the heart isn't getting enough blood. What should you do? If you have ongoing chest burning, stomach heaviness or nausea, breathlessness or anxiety, don't just assume it's gas, especially if you're over 60. Get these tests done. ECG checks heart function. TMT or echo checks for blockages. Troponin blood test checks for heart damage. Indigestion usually improves with medicine. But if symptoms continue for more than 2 weeks, it may not just be gas. Your heart is your most precious lifeline. Listen to its every signal carefully. Sign 5. Mild fever that lasts for weeks. 70-year-old Ramlal G had been getting a mild fever for a month, between 99 to 100 degrees every day. He thought it was just the weather, tiredness, or his age. So, he kept taking paracetamol and resting. But slowly, he started coughing more, had trouble breathing, and began losing weight. Finally, when he went to the hospital, tests showed he had advanced tuberculosis, TB, in his lungs. What does science say? According to the National Health Portal of India, a long-lasting mild fever can be an early sign of serious diseases like TB, autoimmune disorders, or cancer. After age 60, the immune system weakens, and these diseases grow slowly and quietly, making them harder to detect early. What should you do? If you've had a mild fever for more than 2 weeks, don't just rely on home remedies. Make sure to get basic tests done like CBC, ESR, and chest X-ray. Early diagnosis can save lives. Sign 5. Mild fever that lasts a long time. 70-year-old Ramlal G often caught a cold. It wasn't something new. But this time, things felt different. He had been running a low-grade fever, 99 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, for 3 weeks straight. Along with that, he had a light cough, body fatigue, and sometimes night sweats. He thought, it's just the weather. I'll rest and get better soon. He tried home remedies, tulsi kata, turmeric milk, and paracetamol. It helped for a few hours, but the fever kept coming back. Slowly, he also began losing weight and got breathless while climbing stairs. His son insisted on taking him to the hospital. After a chest X-ray and blood tests, the doctor diagnosed him with lung tuberculosis, TB. If they had waited any longer, the infection could have spread across the lungs. What does science say? According to the National Health Portal of India, after the age of 60, the immune system becomes weaker, so infections may not show obvious signs early on. A persistent low-grade fever, especially if it lasts more than 2 weeks, can be a sign of TB, autoimmune disease, or even some types of cancer. These symptoms are often mistaken for fatigue, weather changes, or normal viral fever. But they could be your body's way of showing that it's fighting something serious from within. What should you do if someone has fever lasting more than 2 weeks, night sweats, unexplained weight loss, breathlessness? Then don't delay. Get tested. Important tests include CBC, complete blood count, ESR, to check inflammation levels, chest X-ray, Mantoux test or TB-PCR, if TB is suspected by your doctor. Taking over-the-counter medicine can sometimes hide the real illness, making it worse. It's better to find the root cause so proper treatment can begin in time. Final thoughts. A mild fever might sometimes be a major warning sign. Ignoring it can be like inviting a hidden danger into your life. Friends, life after 60 may be slower, but with awareness and care, it can be longer and healthier. These 5 symptoms are silent signs knocking on your door, and recognizing them in time is true wisdom. Don't fear illness. Fight it with timely checkups and the right treatment. If you found this video helpful, please share it, so others can also learn to recognize these dangerous signs. And yes, don't forget to subscribe, because we bring you life-changing information that truly matters. Thank you.